Hey everyone, I wanted to do kind of a little demonstrative video about gross profit. So we have a sample P&L here, and it looks a little different because it is a function, each line item is a function of the gross revenue, okay? And then I have a prior year comparison. So this company, Pete's Pest Control, looks like for this time period, whatever it is, did about $167,000 in gross revenue for general services and just shy of $5,000 in specialty services for a total of just shy of $172,000. And so gross revenue is the top line revenue, gross revenue, and gross profit is after all of our variable costs. And this looks like quite a few, but I'll kind of run through them and show you how it's broken down, at least by this company, right? So our gross profit looks like it's about 75% of our gross revenue. Not bad, right? So our cost of goods sold or our cost of services is about 25%. So here are some of the items that this company includes in its cost of goods sold. Okay, has merchant service fees. It has auto fuel. It has general pest products, termite products. This is the cost of labor, and this is technician labor, right? This isn't office staff. This isn't salary managers, stuff like that. The reason why there's quite a few lines here is because of the FICA breakdown, which we really don't have any control over, but the reason why I like to see it broken down like this is so that we can see what percentage of that is actually going to our technicians, which is this line here, our tech wages net, okay? These are employer expenses. So this is the part of the FICA that the employer pays, and this is a part of the FICA down here that the employee pays. So, but the big items here are one, merchant services. Now, some companies will not include that in a cost of goods sold, and I can see an argument either way. For our company, we do so much in A-Pay and credit card sales that it's pretty much every service that we do. There's a charge for that merchant service fee. So merchant service fees, we have the fuel for the trucks, we have the general pest products or termite products. Then we have the employee expense, and we include the different FICA in there because it has to do directly with how many hours that individual technician worked, which is a function of how many services they're performing. So this is a great way to show you the breakdown. And this is kind of a good target, right? This company is in really good shape because they have about a 75% gross profit margin. So this company is doing really good with gross profit. And I've said this before, but if you're in this type of shape with your gross profit, then you're in a little better position to increase your net profit by increasing your number of services. If your gross profit was, let's say, 30%, there's no way that you're going to have enough to cover all of your overhead. So everything that comes out after the gross profit line, in order to catch up and have room for net profit there. So keep that in mind as you're working with gross profit and you're working with solving problems by increasing your services and scaling. In order to do so, you have to make sure that your gross profit is in a good spot. And you can tell just by looking at the numbers here that this is a well-run company, and it's a very profitable company. So only 13% of the gross revenue goes to technicians. And as time goes on, you want this line to increase, you want this function to increase, while this one increases also. And the only way for those two lines, so the gross profit and the net wages, technician net wages, the only way that both of those increase is if you have other line items decreasing. So this company is spending less than 3% on pest products. That's a really good rule of thumb. There is some wiggle room there though. I wouldn't mind seeing that just a tad lower, maybe closer to 2%. Merchant service fees, that's high for some reason. That's definitely got to be closer to 2, maybe 2.25%. And so there's some opportunity there. Besides that, auto fuels at 1%, that looks pretty good. That's really your only wiggle room on a gross profit that has these costs included. And so this is just a really good sample of a lean company that has maybe 0.5% or 1% to work on a couple of categories, but has a really robust gross profit here. The other thing that you might be able to do here with tech wages is to make those routes more efficient. So you don't want to pay your techs less over time, you want to pay them more. But the way to get this percentage up is to make those routes more efficient and decrease windshield time. So make sure you subscribe. I'm going to continue a series of videos that go through all aspects of managing a successful company and scaling it at the same time. And make sure to hit me up with questions that I can answer as I'm going through this process.